Hey guys, welcome to Reddit Brew. Today I have yet another update for you in regards to this story. And I will link the playlist of this saga in the pinned comment below for you to watch first. And it has been a while, so I'll give you a quick rundown. OP's half-sister Karen has a creepy boyfriend, Ken, who wants to sleep with OP, and Karen tries to force OP onto her boyfriend and tries to make her sleep with him. Karen gets pregnant by Ken ghosts her, and Karen gets deported for trying to claim squatters' rights at their other sister's house. Ken comes back and tries to kidnap OP's foster daughter. Meanwhile, Karen does everything she can for financial gain and a green card. I am sure there's a lot I'm missing, so just watch the other parts if you wish. Also, I wanted to forewarn that the update I'm about to read could be triggering to some, unfortunately involving infant abuse. So if you wish to not hear about that, I would click away now. But without further ado, let's jump into this shit show. My entitled half-sister induces childbirth 3 months early to get money. Oh boy, I wish this was a weird joke, but no, this happened. I have to warn ahead, this is not a pretty story. As the saga of my family goes on, I'm happy to report I have moved to a safer town away from my half-sister's ex. I won't give details where, but far enough, and with some changes in my personal life that will make it very hard for that creep to find me or my daughter. On that note, due to the situation we were in, we got lucky enough to get a priority on my foster daughter's adoption. She is now my partner and I's legal child. That's the good news. The bad news is coming from my sister. So, I received an email a bit after New Year's from a relative in my birth country. He told me my sister was in urgent care because she had induced herself to give birth to get money for having a baby with special needs. I can't make this up. Unfortunately, it backfired horribly. I don't know all the details, but the methods she used were very aggressive and damaging. So much so, the baby might not make it. As of right now, the baby boy is alive, but so delicate. My relatives were told the chance of him making it to the end of January are close to none. I understand some of the things she did was hit her own belly and other violent attacks on herself. She, by some grace only entitled people have, is somewhat okay. Apparently the sudden birth didn't do much to her overall health so far. That said, as soon as she's released from the hospital, she is to be arrested and will stand trial. With how justice is back home, she's bound for prison. Highly religious people don't take this kind of behavior too kindly. The baby, if he survives, will be taken in by the government. They consider my sister far too much of a risk to even grant custody to relatives. Not even distant or partial relatives in other countries are being considered. That's also not counting on the possible lifelong treatments that poor little one is going to need. From what I was told, he has high chances of neurological damage, more than likely will need special care for life, and right now is so weak they have to tube feed him since he can't actually drink, not even from a bottle. I want to make something clear, and if I sound curt, it's because I'm very much pissed off. I offered her a termination, not because I believe in that procedure, but because I didn't want a child to be born to suffer. No child deserves what happened to this baby. Needless to say, my ex-sister has lost not just her parental rights, but any support or affection the family had. I actually sent a letter to her mother to be delivered to this woman, telling her pretty much, as far as I'm concerned, she is not family, and if she ever messages me, I will block her. Even siblings I don't get along with agree with me. I feel ashamed that this filth is even partially related to me. I wish I could put all my thoughts here, but the anger I feel is absolutely making me irrational right now. So for now, all I will focus on is settling in my new home. I wish I had a happy joke to ease things, but there isn't. That woman has ruined so many lives, I can't even imagine where she got it from. Not even our garbage father was this bad. Small edit, I wanted to post this before bed, but it took me a bit to figure out the wording. I really appreciate the well wishes and hopes for the recovery of the child. I do would too. The thing is, I don't see him as my nephew and would rather not get it mixed up. It's not to be callous or mean. I am just trying to avoid getting emotionally attached. We've already been told that our family, extended included, will be no contact if he pulls through. He will be taken to the comparative to foster care and placed with a family in a closed adoption. We aren't even allowed to see him. All news we get are hospital updates out of charity. I did call to check if there's any updates, and other than my sister being finally released from the hospital and straight into a cell, nothing has changed. Little one is still fighting, so hopefully he'll get through and he'll be given to a family that deserves him. Right now, that monster I'm related to is looking at a 10 to 20 year penalty. 20 is the max offered in our birth country, and she'll have to represent herself as no one will pay for a lawyer, and we don't have access to free lawyers like the US. And I want to point out, prisons where I come from are no resort. They are overcrowded, unhealthy, and underfunded. It was worse when I was a kid, but I know for a fact they are not much better now. So, I am more than sure that if she's convicted, she is looking to at least a decade on horrible conditions, and I feel absolutely no empathy for her. I am absolutely appalled. I hope this poor excuse for a human being spends the rest of her life in jail. Who damages a perfectly healthy unborn child for financial gain? An absolute monster, that's who. But honestly though, and I mean this with the best intentions, but this scenario was almost a blessing in disguise. This disgusting woman has to now finally reap what she's sowed by spending hopefully life in prison. And in return, this poor baby doesn't have to grow up with an awful mother that would likely put him through a lifetime of abuse. I am so sad for this baby boy who has had to have this forced onto him, and if he makes it, I hope a loving family takes him that can give him all the care he needs. Like, ugh, what a psychopath. People like this deserve to be sterilized. She also has proven herself to be a danger and really needs to be assessed and medicated. Anyways, that is all from me today. I'm sorry for the extremely depressing update, but I knew you guys were invested in this one, and I will continue to update you all if more arise. Please leave a like and subscribe if you want. I truly appreciate when you do, and I will see you in the next Reddit story. Bye!